Awesome. Is that coming through? Am I coming through? I hear something. Let's check the YouTube side of things, do the housekeeping things before we get into it. Kind of a big stream today. Kind of a big idea today. What's the big idea? We'll just hang out. Let's get through the initial startups. Okay. All right, good. Got you there. Got me there. Great. Thumbs that up right there. A little self-promotion never hurt anybody. Talk yourself up. It's a good idea. Huh? It's a good idea. It's a good idea. There we are. Okay. Nice. Okay. Got our stream manager there. We go over here to the streaming things, and we go in here, and we do this, and then we watch now. And then we go into, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. I want to go click on this, and yep, that's the chat right there. Good, awesome. Awesome, all right. So we got one person watching, cool. That's me, I'm the one person watching. That's fine, that's okay. That is okay. All right, let's go to the open panel right here, just in case I need to pin things. All right, we got our chat right here. Okay, all right, cool. How's everyone doing today? Busy Gamer Dad going to be continuing our Magic the Gathering playthrough for Magic the Gathering Forge, MTG Forge, a free game. Let me make sure I put this up here. Our Discord server needs to get updated. Let me change a couple of things. Actually, let me just do it this way. We'll do this. I'll do my open invite to server. Yes, we'll copy this, and then we'll pin it inside our chat here. Bink, right there. And that should go right there. Yep, there it is. Nice, awesome. Chat is working. Good stuff. So that's going to be the first image that you guys see there. Nice, on Twitch and on YouTube. Cool. All right, and then we go over here. We click on this, and then we're going to pin this right at the top. Yep, pin that message right there on the YouTube side of things. And then we're going to come over here, and we're going to pin the message right there. We will pin it for, let's say an hour. Right there. Nice. Okay, so that's the Discord server. Open invite for the Discord server. If you're not a fan of Discord servers, I'm sorry, because you're missing out on a lot of free games. I go out and I find articles and other games that are free on Steam, on Epic, and things like that. If you're a fan of Epic, you know that the games get cycled through. They're free all the time, but you may not remember to pick them up. So that's where I post an article and I remind you that you have free games out there. There's also Good Old Games, GOG, vault that is really good for you to play older games and get access to them. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can get free games through them, or through Luna, and get stuff from that. So I always feel a little bit bad when I buy a game and then I don't play it, because it's like, why did I just spend all that money? And that actually kind of dovetails into what our topic of conversation is going to be today. And it's going to be very interesting, our topic of conversation. I'll wait till we have a little bit more people to go and have the conversation. But thank you so much. This week, we're going to call out and shout out a couple of people on our YouTube content community. So we will get that done. We'll take the posts right here. Where am I going? Community, right here. Posts. And then unresponded, and then we'll do this right here. Great, awesome. Yeah, so Lazarus was a great commenter last week. He or I should say they, I don't know what they define as themselves, but should say they had some really good comments during the stream to talk things up, and I really do appreciate them. They were having some trouble with the Discord, so they were able to join, and I did put a comment in their post for them to join. And we also did have a couple of comments in Order of the Sinking Star, which is a Steam Next Fest demo. We're still covering Steam Next Fest demos and post Next Fest demos that are still available for you to play. I think that the developers out there still welcome the feedback post Steam Next Fest. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be clean. They want this feedback. They're small-time developers, indie developers, etc. There are AAA games out there, understandable. And then to do a further throwback, the not any better with friends, our marathon video that went viral. Thank you to everyone who watched that video, even if it was for just 10 minutes or 10 seconds. Thank you very much for giving me all those views, and I do appreciate it. Do hit that subscribe button if you feel so inclined. I do want to say that a lot of the people that did check that video out were not subscribers. So on the YouTube side of thing, it doesn't do anything other than just gives the channel some promotion, gives the channel some leverage to keep promoting being a busy gamer and to being a dad or other obligations that you might have thereof, and letting you know that you can play video games and what video games might be better for you to play, because they're, we'll say, lower barriers to entry. Sometimes they're free, that's, you know, lower cost or no cost. Sometimes they're easy accessible games like roguelikes, where you can sit down for 20-30 minutes and then play them again at a later date. Sometimes they're PvP games, such as Marathon. Marathon, to me, is a game that is a very good busy gamer game, or a very good schedule game, where you can schedule an evening with your friends to go load in and just have some fun running around the map, first-person shooter extraction style kind of fun. If your group of friends is interested in that, I do see the appeal for that, and I do want to say that I had a good time playing the game. I do see a lot of the frustrations and pain points for people playing that game, because there's a duality in that game where you have people who can devote a lot of time to that game and grow in power, who are exponentially going to be stronger than those people who are just starting out, or using the vendor loadouts, or whatever they're called. I can't remember at this point, but the standard loadouts or the promoted loadouts that are free for everyone to use, and then they can learn the ropes of the game. And the thing with that game is it's almost like a Dark Souls kind of community. And what I mean by that is you have to go outside of the game to find the meta, to find the nuances and instructions and path forward for yourself. And that's going to be ever changing, because maybe guns get buffed or nerfed. Maybe there's going to be aspects in seasonal patches that require you to understand mechanics that change inside the game. Maybe the moon gets an asteroid rain, and you have to worry about that. Things like that. So that's why I think it's a Dark Souls kind of game, because in Dark Souls, the community has to grow the tutorial, not the developers. And the developers can change the narrative and the tutorial at any time. Not that Dark Souls ever did that, but Bungie, being who they are, they can certainly create an environment to facilitate more play by changing the narrative and changing the scope of the game. So there's my ramblings, and there's my housekeeping. So thank you so much for the opportunity to talk with you guys about that. If you are just joining the channel right now and you're new here, go back 5 minutes and just hear the narrative, hear the onboarding, hear the housekeeping. So hopefully you're having a good day today. It's a pretty hot day in my area. Like, we've had, let's see here, consecutive, I think it was like 100 degrees in my area. No humidity, so it was a dry heat. So not to try and compete with the southern people in South Carolina and Georgia and Florida. I'm not trying to compete with you. I don't want to win this contest, that's for sure. I definitely don't want to win this contest. But yeah, so definitely a little bit of a dry heat. So where are we at? Well, you'll notice that we are in the red biome. We are trying our bestest to get through this wonderful situation that I put myself into. I've got a couple of quests here that we're going to do. We're going to do a shorter stream today, probably end around 10:30 or so, simply because I've got to get some chores done, and I wish I could stay a little bit longer, so I'm going to try and make this as focused as possible. I have these other quests here that are like not primary quests that I was trying to do and get some rewards from, but I think I'm going to go in and I'm going to focus on the big one, the one here, the one that's going to advance the story. So we're going to track the flower fetching quest. Bring Viv a flower from the Frostbitten Cavern. The Frostbitten Cavern is in the green biome. Why there's frost in the green biome, I don't know, but that's just where we're going. All right, so I'm going to do a fast travel, I think is what I want to do. Maybe this puts me closer. Hang on, let's double check where this is at. Let's put Visions of Destruction. No. Where's the green biome right here? Let's back out. Is that where it is? Vision of Destruction. Is that where I need to go? Is that where I need to go? Nope, right up there. Okay, so yeah, we definitely need to fast travel. We definitely need to fast travel. We'll use this guy right here. Go there. Great. Awesome. Alrighty. And now we're in the green biome. Talking about the decks that we're using, I revamped the green-white deck. It's a life gain deck. It works, kinda, is what I'm going to simply say. It works, kind of. It's a cat soldier deck with life gain. So, I'm trying it out to see if it works. I'm really trying to get into using a green-white deck because I enjoy those color schemes. I enjoy the Silencia decks. I don't have a lot of enchantments to really make it work. So it's really annoying, but I mean, these 3 cards right here are probably the weakest ones that I have, so if I could swap those out for something more, I would certainly do that. Something that would help us with a little bit more life gain, or help us with a little bit increase in power for our creatures. Yeah, so all that being said, that's kind of where we're at right now. Beyond that, our blue-black deck is probably our strongest deck, so we're going to lead in with that. And then our red-blue deck is our second strongest, I believe. Our goblin deck, our aggro deck, is just that. It's a goblin aggro deck. It is what it is on the outside. It does not pretend to be anything else. Goblins just rush you, and if they can kill you before you kill them, great. If not, they die a fiery death. So... Alright, where are we going? Are we going all the way? Yeah, we gotta go all the way up here. Ah, stay away from me, bug. No bug. No. Stay away. Stay away. Fairy? Yeah, that's a fairy. That's a fairy. There's the green castle. We're not even gonna try and set foot in there. We tried before and we got ourselves humbled real quick. I need to go. Nope, I can't go that way. I gotta go this way. I gotta go around this way. There we are. Alright, cool. Good. It's good to know there's a city right here, and there's a Alright, cool. We're gonna go in here. Oh, look at that. It is a frostbitten cave. It is a frostbitten cave. What is it? Oh! I was looking at some good energy on here. Thank you! Thank you, Wizzy. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? We have to retrieve the flower. And we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna leave where we're at here. Thank you. No? Yeah, you're more than welcome to leave your Discord right there. Yeah. But I would like you to leave a subscription, if you could, on the YouTube side of things. It shouldn't take you too long. If you're already gone, I appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by. Alright, Spark Mage does 1 damage to any target. I feel like that's not what I want. I feel like Superior Spider-Man. Mind Swap. Okay, fair enough. It shuffles their hand and their... Oh, okay. That's not a bad idea. J. Jonah Jameson, when it enters, suspect... Whenever a creature you control... This would actually be really good in our Goblin deck, because we have the Goblin War Drums that give them menace, and we would create a ridiculous amount of treasure tokens. Lazarus, how you doing today, buddy? I'm glad you were able to join the Discord. I saw you joined, so I'm glad you persevered and you didn't give up. Thank you. Let's see here. I don't know if I want you. I'll hold on to the other 2. All right, cool. Cool. I gotta find a flower. I don't necessarily have to fight anything in here. Oh, this is a rare 2-part zone. This is a rare 2-part zone. Alright, let's get these things right here real quick and see what we can get from there. Avatar of Growth. Tidal Mage. Purple. Pentapus. Oh, that's from the Avatar Secret Lair. Okay, fair enough. Helm of the Ghast Lord. Whenever this creature deals damage, draw a card as long as... Oh, okay, so this would actually be good in our current deck with Dimir. Oh, gotcha. Well, I mean, whatever you can share, I'd love to hear it. What decks did you do? What color did you do? Black Sun Zenith. Ooh, this would be good for a board wipe. on each creature. Yeah, this would be good for a really good board wipe that we can recover. So I want to hold on to that. Enchantments, not bad. Sort of Vengeance. To trample haste. That's not bad either. Okay, I'll hold on to these. I'll hold on to these. I guess the weakest one's there and here. I'll take that one out. Those two. I'll identify those ones. Let's see here. So that guy went off there. We have. Do we want to fight a penguin? You went red, mono red. Okay. All right. All right. Nice. What did you do? Like minotaurs, or did you just do spells, or did you do goblins? 1, 2, 3. We got the draw. We're gonna fight a penguin. We're gonna punch a penguin. Then Peter's gonna come and be very angry with me. Let's drop a blue as well, and we'll end turn. We do have our mono red deck that I can play. All right, there. Do I want to do? Yeah, let's do this because I don't know if they have spells or what. This is my first time. Spell aggro type. Nice. All about casting spells. Nice. I will say something I've noticed, and this is not going to be always the case or your experience, but you'll have to let me know. We'll get one more data point if you can tell me how you feel about this. If you go monocolor, you feel powerful for a very short time on lower like health mobs, but it gets very hard to go against we'll say mid to top shelf mobs and creatures. So let me know your experience with that. Like case in point, I tried a fight against Teferi, and I could not get around him until I got the exact plays that I needed to. And it was a best of 2 situation, or best of 3, sorry, best of 3 situation. So you had to fight him 3 times, and, you know, first to 2 wins, essentially. Whenever you first draw. Okay. All right. I'll drop you down. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't attack here, because we've got first strike. And we got a defender. Let's drop this down. There. Cool. Unsummon. They're choosing to unsummon that. Okay. And then they're choosing to amass. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. That kind of reset my board state. And then they hit me for 2. Alright, fair enough. Drop you down. But that technically helps me. That technically helps me with refixing up my board state. Okay. Alright, yeah. So, Boros slivers, if you didn't see it, there are slivers in every biome. There are, what is the other one? Is it mirrors in every biome? And then there's the, I can't remember the name of them right now. There's a third one. But there are slivers in every biome. So if you're going Boros, I believe that's red, white. So, that one, if you go to red and white, you should find slivers around there, and you can fight those guys on the open world, and you'll get cards for them. All right, so from here, I'm gonna bring out the heavy. Yeah, dual colors can be pretty hard, but that's kind of the challenge that I think is worth it, is what I'll say. Oh no, that's annoying. May return a sorcery. Yep, so he's gonna return probably. What did he return? Oh, he didn't return on summon. He returned the amass. Okay, that's gonna suck. What do I want to do here? Well, I guess I'll bring out. No, I won't. I will bring out you, just to bring that out, and then I'll end my turn. Yeah, you got to fight random mobs as much as you can to get that, to get them out to spawn, but they do exist. They do. One of the things that I would recommend you be on the lookout for is, oh gosh darn it, why are you're gonna hit me for 2? All right, let's see here. What do I want to do? I want to kill this before he starts amassing things. I feel like that's what I need to do. I'll take the 2. I've got way more health than he does. So, yeah, let's just do that. Let's do it. Let's kill that before he starts amassing things. And then we'll end turns. Alright. So, what do we want to do here? I can bring out the rogue. And I can equip it. I think that's what I want to do. Give it something else to tap down. I could technically bring out both these. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, there. And then 1, 2, there. Cool. So now if he starts casting instants and sorceries and things like that, he's going to take 2 health damage. And knowing with how little health he has, this is still a passive thing. Like, see, he's still going to take 2. He's going to amass. He's actually bouncing the rogue, which makes sense, I guess, because that can bypass all his defenses. And then return all tapped creatures to owner's hand. Okay. Yep, he's going to hit me for 2. He's going to take 2. He's going to draw 1 card. Yep, so these are going to come back to my hand. So I got to be very careful about what I do here. Cheap aggro deck. Yeah, so remember also you can go to the Forge in the Red City or any major city and you can get cards there if you've got the money to burn or the gems to burn to do it. So keep that in mind for yourself too. Alright, so we're going to do this. We're going to tap down you right here. And then do I want to do... I guess I could equip this to this guy. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Make him a 4/4 so we have a blocker. And we'll end turn. We'll bring up this right here. Yep, return all. Okay. He's not attacking. He's going to take 3 cards. Okay. Don't want to... No, I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to keep hitting him for 4. So why would I not do that? I can bring Teferi out. Right there. I can... Do I get to draw a card? I do not get to draw a card unless I do this. I think that's what I want to do. Because I'll drop the heavy down. And I'll drop them out. No, I'll drop the heavy down and I'll do this. Yeah, okay. Alright, so let us create a creature with vigilance. Right there. Yep. And then we will attack. He can't block it. He could unsummon it, but doesn't look like he is. Everything gets untapped. Good. Let us bring out... there. Okay, good. Right there. And then we will cast this. And then what do we got? We don't have any... I guess... I guess I can put you and you. I don't really care about on the bottom. And then those get tokens. Yep, 1. There we go. Nice. Yep, so we got that 5/5. And now he's back up to 5 loyalty tokens. And then we will end turn. Do this right here. So now we have these. Return to their owner's hand all creatures in toughness less than the number of islands you control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have a 6/5. Okay. That sucks because he goes away. That... Oh, less than or equal to... Oh, okay. Alright, so... Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Less than. We had equal to, so... That's what it did. Okay. So we drew a card. He gets a loyalty token. We don't have anything with haste right now. I could have played this. Hard to say if that would have been worth it. Alright, so we're going to bring out you. Yep, right there. Then... this is an instant, right? Let's bring out you. Right there. And then we will end turn. There. Okay. And he's bringing out that. He can't stop what's going to happen, I don't think. I know I could have drawn a card. I know. But I didn't have the mana to cast a card. I could have probably created a token, though. That was a misplay on my part. That was a misplay. I made up a mistake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Internet. I'm sorry. All right. Now, I win right here. I win right here. There. And then, like, just for fun, I can cast this on this. Yeah, I'll take the 2 damage. And then he cast a spell. He counterspelled it. I don't know why he would do that. Because he's just made it easier for me to kill him. We won. We beat up a penguin. Time of Ice. That's actually a really good spell. Counter target spell, draw a card. Okay, those are pretty good. No, hold on to them. Hold on to them if I ever build a deck. Oh, crab decks. Yay, crab decks. Yep, Canyon Crab at the beginning of your end step. If you haven't cast a spell from your hand this turn, draw a card, then discard a card. Burning Ruin Demon. When Burning Ruin Demon enters the battlefield, you may search your library for exactly 2 cards not named Burning that have different names. Okay. If you do, reveal those cards. Your opponent chooses one of those, put one, the chosen card into your hand and the other into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. Oh, interesting. Festering Newt. When it dies, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. That creature gets -4/-4 if you control a Bog Witch. Okay, or a Bog Brew Witch. Alright, well that's going away. This is going away. This might be good for our lifelink deck. No, we'll get rid of that guy. I feel like the Canyon Crab would be good in theory, but not in practice. Alright, so we don't technically need to fight any of these enemies. So there's a gate right here. Hey, how we doing? XXO, or XOXO, how we doing? Or we'll fight this penguin right here. Yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You can leave your information on the Discord, but I'm spoiled. My wife is a graphics artist, so I kind of already have one built into my life, but she can also be very busy doing other things because she's a mom and she's got a full-time job. So I will be glad to take a look, but I have one already in, we'll say, employment, more like incarcerated with matrimony. What is it? Matrimonial incarceration. There we go. That's what I'll call it. That's what I'll call it. 3 lands, 4 lands. We do have only 1 black source, so we'd be on the draw for maybe another one, but I think we've got a pretty good hand here. We will keep it. We will keep it. We'll drop our tap land right there. Good. Great. No land for him. Let's bring Cradell out. And then, of course, they counter it. That sucks. That sucks a lot, but that's okay. I can't do that. I can't do that. So we're going to end turn. And then we'll untap you. Alright, cool. Right there. They have full land available to them. Let's try again. Oh, good. They counter the spell. And draw a card. Great. I'm so glad they do that. I have 2 of them? Yes, I have 2 of them. This is annoying. Let's see. Are they going to counter this one? They're going to counter the Quietest Spike. This is a counter deck. Yes, I have it pinned on the YouTube side of things, but I will give me 1 second and I will drop it into the... I had it on the Twitch side of things. It was pinned. It was a pinned message on the Twitch side of things. If it's not there, let me know. It should still be there. A 6/6 creature. So glad you got that. I'm so glad you did that. And it has Trample Ward. So great. But guess what? I have a way around that because I'm not actually targeting the creature. I'm targeting the player. So that should, in theory, not trigger the ward. Let's do this. I mean, I can pay it. So, let's see here real quick. There. Nope, didn't have to pay the ward. Nice. Cool. Yeah, so let's do this real quick. Yeah, XOXO, let me know if you don't see the pinned message on the disc or on the for the Discord on the Twitch side of things. I had it pinned for an hour at the top. Drop a land. They have full access to everything. So, I don't like that. I'm gonna try and cast a land, cast brainstorm. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna wait. Do I want to wait? I want to see what he's gonna do because I don't like this. He's already countered every single thing. He's got 2 cards in hand, so yeah, he's waiting for me to cast a spell. He's absolutely waiting for me to cast a spell right now. This sucks. This is why I hate control decks. He's got 2 cards in hand. I mean, I'll gladly keep going, my guy. I'll gladly keep on going. He's got 3 cards in hand. I am just waiting for him to tap some land so I can play some cards. Do I want to try and do this? Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we let that go off. Let's survey. Less than ideal. I don't want to lose these. Well, I don't care about the island. Alright. Let's end turn. Wow, he is just waiting for me. Alright, actually no. Let's get this over with. Counters the spell. Yep, bring out the counter spells. There. Jesus. Oh no, if this came just a little bit earlier. Dang it. I'm stuck with these and I don't wanna be. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that one. There. Is he gonna counter this? He's gonna counter it. He did not counter it. Fool! Now I can actually start hitting him. Unless he bounces it back to my hand. Yay! I'm so glad penguins are so fun to play against. Oh, yeah. Whatever. There. Okay. Let's drop this down. He's not countering it. Let's do this right here. Have him sacrifice that. So now he doesn't have a creature. Yay. Great. There. So he's got a fish horror. I don't know why he would do that, but he did. It's got ward 2. I need to pay, what is this? This is a 3 cost. 1, 2, 3, and I have the 2. Sure, I'll kill it. Right there. Nice. And then, okay. Nice. Can I send your request through your link? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You can post your link here. That's all good. Oh, great. Swamp here. There. Okay. Let's have him sacrifice a creature. Okay. And turn. Gotcha. Yeah, you can post your link if you would like. No worries. Alright. Knowledge counter goes on. We are getting every single bit of land in my deck. Every single bit. And that's okay. There's the Sky Mage. This is probably going to get countered. It did not get countered. Let's equip that to you, and then we'll end turn. Nope, there he goes. Now he's bouncing it back to my hand. And then we'll summon it again. And then we'll equip it again. Right there. Great. Awesome. I don't know how I'm going to win this. He's going to deck me out because I got 22 cards. Return all creatures to their owner's hand. Oh, great. All right. Well, right there. Right there. Right there. Great. End turn. Untap this land. And he's going to hit me with a 7-8 that I can't do a darn thing about. Whenever you cast a spell, choose one. That sucks. That sucks. Okay. That sucks a lot. Alright, so I think he's got me. Silly Penguin's got me. It's still his turn. What did I draw? Jace's Erasure. There. Okay, we're gonna target him. Yep, naturally he would do that. I don't have any way of winning this, I don't think. I don't know. We got a little bit more. No, he's bouncing things, brain geysering. Yep, he's got me. I'm just gonna concede this, and we'll move on. These penguins, this is why I don't like control decks. This is why a lot of people don't like control decks. Oh, Lordy, have mercy. What do I want to do here? Well, go back in there. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Frostbitten Cavern. So we're going to go this way. We're going to go down this way. And I think I can make it to the gate before we get into combat. Lucky for you. And possibly the occupants of this gate is frozen, rather closed. Oh, great. So we don't. We have to actually fight these things. That's unfortunate. Alright. That's unfortunate. We gotta fight some Yetis. We gotta fight some things. This is a very slow hand, but that's okay. We'll gain a life right here, and then we'll end turn. We'll untap our land. There. We'll put another tap land down. We'll end turn. Untap that land. What are you? Flash, Ice Fang. Draw a card. Death Touch as long as you control 3 or more. Okay, so he's going to have Death Touch. Yep. Right there. Now, what do I want to do? Well, I can bring the Larcenist out for card draw. Let's bring out Kiku first, though. Yep, that's why. Yeah, that's why. It's going to hit me with a 1-1. That's fine. Drop an island. What do I want to do here? Well, I can kill that. Let's kill that. There, and we end turn. He's got that. He's going to hit me for another one. That's fine. I'm going to drop a swamp now. Kiku is going to kill that one. And then we'll just end turn. We're keeping the damage under control. We're keeping damage. Oh, no, we're not. Now we're not. No, we're not. All right, fine. Fair enough. All right. So we can bring Cradell out. We can bring Jace's Erasure out. Then we can do Brainstorm. And Jace's Erasure is going to really help out. I'm going to flag this one and this one. We'll put the sword on top first and then the swamp. And then, yes, we're going to have target player do that for the cards there. And they're going to Yep. 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 So he's discarding cards. And we got only one land left. Can we do anything with it? No, we cannot. Let us do this right here. He's going to hit me for 3. I can choose to block this, but he's got the ability to pump it up, so I don't want to do that. Yep, see? He's making it an 8-3. That's why I didn't block it. He will draw a card right there. All right, so we got a land that will drop down. Now, the best way to do this, I drop you for 3. I equip you for 2. That leaves me 2 left. Okay. I Alpha Strike, attack him. Up there. I will not pay the 2. So no blockers. He's going to get the Cradell effect, and we're going to get the sword effect. So he's going to take 1 point of direct damage again. So he's going to take 4 damage. He's going to mill a card off the top of his deck. We gain a life, and we can scry a card. We will put that on the bottom of our library. We do not need any more land. Everything becomes untapped. I can bring out my Viper right there, and whenever he comes into play or attacks, he puts a blight counter on him. Then, for each blight counter on the creature, the opponent loses 4 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. And so he sacrificed... okay, he sacrificed. Alright, fair enough. I would have discarded a card, but maybe he's got something really good in hand. I don't know. He does. He just nuked that thing. Okay. Well, that's fine. He's going to pump that up again. That's okay. Alright, so now to help us stabilize, we can do 2 things. Here. Select a player. We got to do for Jace's Erasure right there. So now from here, we're going to drop Sword of Light and Shadow. We're going to equip Sword of Light and Shadow. And then we're going to attack. Because now we get to hit him for 5. We gain... Well, so we're going to gain 4 life total, I think. Yeah, 4 life total. So we got the Cradell effect for the mill, life gain, and scry. And he loses an additional life. Then we get the sword effect for the Sword of Feast and Famine, where he discards, or that player discards a card, and we untap all our land. And then the Sword of Light and Shadow, where we gain 3 life, and we may return a creature card from our graveyard to our hand, which is our Serpent. Serpent? Yes. Okay. I don't think we need this, but I will top deck it. There, we have untapped. We gain the 3 life. Yes. We'll move that from our graveyard to our hand. Perfect. And then we bring out the Serpent right here. So he's got to take either 4 life hit, or he has to sacrifice a permanent, which he just did. Great. Awesome. That was really good. That was really good. Yeah, that's a big wombo combo. When the swords come out, these swords, they're busted. If you can find those for your sliver deck, get them in your sliver deck, because I swear they just destroy most of the enemies. But again, you got to weigh the pros and the cons, because slivers in of themselves, you know, snowball because of the inherent, like, all slivers get. So they may not work for your sliver deck, but maybe in other situations that you have other decks that you create. All right. I had this guy as a kid. Oh, I love this guy. He looked so cool. All right. Select a player. You right there. Yes, right there. Perfect. And then also, because these cards also offer protection from 2 colors, they're kind of busted. Oh, we've got him. Yeah, we've got him. We just do this right here. Auto pay that right there, and then we just attack him. Morning, Hillbilly. How's it going, buddy? We died to a penguin. Very sad. Sad day. Sad day. There. There. Uh, there. There we go. There we go. Yep. Okay, good. -4. Yep. There. Perfect. Awesome. We crushed this Yeti. We crushed this Yeti. Right. Snow Devil. I had this card as a kid, too. Yeah. These are all Snowland ones. I'm not looking to create a Yeti deck or a Snow deck. So we'll flag all those to be sold. All right. Let's switch it up. Let's try out our Prismari deck against the Penguin, because we have a lot of spells that we can use to draw out a lot of the counter spells, and we got some creatures that stack power off of cards in the graveyard. So pretty helpful there. I think, like, case in point right here. But is this what I want? I only have 1 land in hand. I need 3 to make this deck really work. I'm gonna, even though I have VV, oh, this hurts. This hurts. I'd be on the draw for a land, for a red source specifically. I'm gonna mulligan it. That's even worse. That's gonna even be harder to play. Nope, that's even worse. What is this? What is this game? 2 cards. 1, 2. Okay, there we are. We're gonna keep it. That was rough, game. Why are you making me look so bad in front of my internet friends? Ugh. That was just terrible. Alright, so he's got 2. He's not playing anything, so let's get the counterspell started. There's 1. Back to basics. Non-basic lands? That's a Teferi move if I ever saw one. Thankfully, we have mostly basic lands inside this deck. I want to drop probably Oracle over Thieving. The reason why is because he's going to bounce this back and forth out of my hand, and I'm not going to get this one to scale. Oracle has way more potential and puts more cards in my deck that are probably going to be more useful overall. And if he bounces this back to my hand, I get more of those cards. So, big brain move right there. He's going to draw 2 cards. Okay, I can drop you. He's tapped out. How do I want to do this? Let's attack first. Okay, I'm going to top deck this. And then we're going to do the 2 damage. Okay. I'll bring out... Yes, I want to bring out you. Because you have Ward making the bounce that much more costly. So he's going to target, in theory, he would target Oracle. So, if you guys are new to our channel here, do hit that subscribe button. But also, if you want more Magic the Gathering discussions and things like that, MTG Hillbilly does a coffee talk around noon with a bunch of other guys. So, do a YouTube search, do a Twitch search for them. They're a good group of guys, very low-key, very nice people to chat with. All right, now, what do I want to do here? I am going to attack again with both of them. I'm going to top deck this. He's going to be super helpful. Okay, he's not choosing to block. Okay. So here, 3 damage to target. I'm going to hit you. Good. Counterspell that. I get a token. This does 1 damage now. See, that's why I did that. Okay. Untap this right here. And I can't cast that. Never mind. And I don't need to cast that. I already know what's my next card. He Brain Geysered. Great. That's actually great for me because he tapped himself out. So I can do... yes. I will do... that. I will hit him for 5. Yes, I will keep this on the top. I will keep the Brain Geyser. It's going to get hit for 5. We'll untap a red source. I clicked the wrong card, so I'm an idiot. No worries. Oh, good. So he's bringing out Brain Geyser again. Oh, great. Awesome. That actually works out really well for me. Because I can... he's only got 2. So there's a fair number of... yeah, he could do Mana Leak. He could do Swan Song. And he's got 7 cards in hand. Ugh, this is going to suck. Alright. Everybody attack. Black Lotus. I'm going to top deck that. We're going to hit him for 2, 4, 6. This is lethal. Okay, great. I could kill this. I think I want to. Because then the damage goes through. Unless he counterspells it. Wait, no, what am I doing? This is any target? No, I can kill him. Don't hit that. Hit him. Yeah. Yeah. Got him. Good. Awesome. I was going way... yeah, coffee talk. There you go. Thank you, Hillbilly. Thank you. Sorry, I was trying to brain. I cannot brain today. I has the dumb. Classic counterspell. I love it. I actually don't have these in this deck. I don't think I have those in this deck. Where am I going? I'm all over the place. 1 second. Edit. Yeah, I don't have those in this deck. I should probably have those in this deck, don't you think? Let's see here. Do I want those in this deck? That's the next question. It's not a bad idea to have those in this deck. I think I would get rid of the Is It Charm. No, the Is It Charm has way more utilities than just a counterspell. What would I get rid of? Would I get rid of her? Because I don't really have Veyron. Do I really need this instant? Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, Veyron gets +1/+1 until end of turn. If you cast an instant sorcery spell, causes a trigger on a permanent, it triggers an additional time. Yeah, I don't really have... like, that would be good with Vivi because of the scaling that Vivi does, the growth, the ramping. The Steamkin... okay, so I guess that does make sense. It does play off a lot of the creatures that I have. Okay, so I'll leave her... do I just want to get rid of Open Fire? I mean, just a flat 3 damage is pretty good to anything. But I have the Shock, which is 2 damage. 2 of these. I'm trying to keep it below 50. I could just not put them in for right now. I mean, that is an option as well. Feel like maybe I should just hold off. Yeah, let me just hold off. Let me just hold off. All right. Let's fight a polar bear. Let's fight a polar bear. Let's see what we can do with this. All right, we're going to play. We have one land, and it's not the right one. We'd be on the draw for a red source again. I'm going to mulligan that. Much better. Bottom of the deck, I would put you, Eris. All right, we're going to keep it. Drop you down. Oh, good. They're a ramp deck. Yay. And turn. Yep, that's not ideal. Which one is it? Cosplay is whenever I cast a spell, cast a creature or planeswalker spell, this creature's base toughness becomes equal to that mana. Whenever you cast, I think it's science. It's always science for what we got going. Oh, good. A 2/6. And then all attacking creatures get death touch? And then he gets card draw for if he gets to hit me? That sucks. We have all of the blue sources. All the blue sources. Yep. We're just going to do Karum. Yeah, we're going to do that. End turn. Bring him back up. Oh, fabulous. Yep. And then exiles that. Great. That sucks. He's going to get 2 card draw. Oh, no. So that got exiled. That got dead. I have no hope right now. Let's play this one out. There's a red source. All right, so 1, 2. Okay. Steamkin. And I can't attack. We're going to untap. So, all right. Okay, I can hit for 2. We'll have him, we'll hit for 2. Take this guy out. And then we'll not block, because this thing has death touch. Oh, great. He played another druid and another viper. How come a polar bear is playing a serpent deck? Questions. All right, well, that was less than ideal. This is less than ideal, what's happening right now. We're going to end turn, because he can just block with this. Yep, whenever it deals combat damage, so this is death touch. And then that's just going to add. All right, yeah, he might have me. Scries 5 and then discards 3. He's going to hit me for 2. He's going to draw a card. Cold Heart Steel. Choose a color. He's chosen green. That makes sense. Okay. Main phase. Drop you down. Do I want to kill that serpent? I feel like I should, because that is where a lot of his threat is coming from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Right there. So that's a lot of his threat gone. And then we now have a 3/3 that we can kind of use to attack if he chooses to attack me. So we'll do that guy. Oh, good. Good. That thing has Death Touch. He's choosing green again. Okay, so we're slowly stabilizing. This thing has Death Touch and Flying. I can't do anything to attack him right now. Otherwise, we would lose our creatures. We'll do this. Yep, that's understandable. I need to wait. I need to wait to get a second spell so that I can get this going. End turn. Oh, great, he's got another one. I'm so glad he's got another one. That's so great for him. And he's destroying my creatures with... What did he destroy it with? Replicating Ring? No, he didn't do a Blizzard Brawl, did he? Oh, he did another Blizzard Brawl. Okay. It's going to hit me for 1, and because of that... that sucks. Just take this one out. And I don't think we're going to be able to win this one, but we're going to keep trying. Search the library for forest. He should hit me with everything. He keeps on only hitting me with the one flyer. I don't know why. He's playing the long game, I guess. And we'll end turn. I don't know if we're gonna win. Night counter replicating ring. So what does this one do again? At the beginning of your upkeep, put a night counter on replicating ring. Then if you have 8 or more night counters, remove them. 1 mana of any color. Oh, okay. So he's got the ability to nuke me. If he so chooses. And there it is. Yep. Darn it. Darn it. We lost to a polar bear. I'm fine with that. Polar bears need a win. Polar bears need a win. Alright. Alright. What do I want to do now? Well, we lost with that deck. We can keep going with them with it. Let's try our aggro deck. See how that works. Let's try our goblin deck. I'm not going to say I'm going to have much better luck with it, because he had some pretty beefy snakes that were all death touchy. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Alright, play. That is all the land you could ever need for a goblin deck. Good, you mulligans. I clicked OK. I clicked OK. There. Not like I could cast anything anyway, so we'll end turn. Alright, good. Here. Oh, this is actually really good. I got this card when I was doing some off-line playing. So, this is stupid broken for a goblin deck or a horde deck. You, Lazarus, might do well to try and find this card because it costs 1 less for each attacking creature, and then each creature, it's like you can attach this to a creature, and then it gets double strike and +1/+1 and trample. Again, sliver decks, they get that inherently, but you get that ramping, you know, you get that scaling, and it's really fun to see that kind of synergize with it. Buzzword, synergize. All right, so the topic of our conversations today, I wanted to bring this up for video game news, talking about gaming news. I don't know if you guys have kept up to date with these things or not, and that's fine if you haven't. It may not be your wheelhouse, may not be your interest, and that is perfectly okay. But both Sony and Microsoft have announced that they are going away from physical copies of games. And what does that mean for you? What does that mean for your general consumer out there? It means a lot of bad things, more than good things. I'll talk about the good things. The good things is there's not going to be that much e-waste. There's not going to be that much electronic waste for creating games. The games physically themselves, when they get discarded, broken, or otherwise destroyed, they get thrown in the garbage and they get thrown to the landfill, and that plastic sticks around forever. There's also going to be not a lot of waste from the creation of the games, as in the manufacturing of the games. That means that there's not going to be a problem when you have the the companies creating 100,000 units and they don't ship them all and they have to scrap those units out. It's one of those things that as you get a little bit older like me, you start thinking about, well, what is kind of a world am I leaving for my kids? What kind of a situation am I leaving behind for my kids to clean up? So that's just one of my own little subtle nuances where I'm like, okay, that's a positive. You don't have a lot of waste in the creation of the gaming such scenes. Now, those are two very big aspects of the good news. The bad news. What does that mean for the bad news side of things? Well, that means that you don't own the game, simply put. And that's a weird statement to make, right? No, it's technically not as weird a statement as you might think. The developers and the manufacturers of these games, they own the IP. They create the physical copy for you to purchase and then own by rights of purchasing the physical copy of the game. When you don't have a physical copy of the game anymore and they stop supporting the software of that game, you don't have that game anymore. It is no longer available on the PlayStation Network, on the Microsoft storefront, on the Epic storefront, on the Steam storefront. It is no longer available for you to own because you don't have it. You won't have it, period. So if you spend 100 hours, if you spend 1 hour playing a game like World of Warcraft for the longest time did physical releases for their expansions. I don't think they still do. Don't quote me on that. But as a case in point and as an example, if they shift to an all digital storefront for all their expansions going forward and the game dies, you don't have that game anymore. They're no longer supporting it. It is evaporated, period. Your 100 hours, your 1 hour, gone. That's a big idea because, like, oh yeah, that game's been around for years. I understand. Okay, that's great. I understand that. But now, flip that. If you buy a game for $45 and the game tanks, and Microsoft, Sony, developers, whoever pulls it, they don't owe you a cent. And you lose that game. You are out the $45. And it's no longer supported and gone. Just gone. So, that's the bad thing. That's a bad thing. Very bad thing. At any time, that can happen. Any single time, that can happen. Right there. And right there. Good, we're getting the mentor. That is probably the biggest problem with it. So that's a little bit of a heavy topic to talk about. Oh no. Issue the Abominable. Oh no. Well, guess what, guy? I think we're gonna win. Because if I cast him... Oh no. Right here, I just win. Oh, he's hexproof. Alright, take him out. There, and then there, and then there, and then yep, and then Alpha Strike. And then, sure, just put a +1/+1 on him. There, one more damage, yep. All the synergies right there. I don't care about this, I don't care about that, I don't care about that. Cool. So, that is why you will start seeing, so big news in gaming, the fact that Sony and Microsoft are moving away from physical copies of the games. That's a big thing that's going to crush future generations because they will no longer have legacy games to play because they'll only be able to get pirated. And that's a risk that a lot of people don't want to take because they can get fined money, they can get hunted down basically. It's just not a good idea. But at the same time, it's what you'll need to do if you want to play games that you really loved growing up and they just stop supporting them. So here, I'll show you. I still have my advanced D&D instruction booklets from, this one is the 9 collectors. This is the gold chest, I believe. This was the gold chest one. It has Pools of Radiance, Curse of the Azure Bonds, Secret of the Silver Blades. It has all these games. I still have this. They can never take this away from me. I just need to buy a CD player for my computer to plug it into and install it. I have Super Nintendo games that our playthrough for Ogre Battle right now on my Super Nintendo hardware. It's one of those things that they can't take this away from me, ever. Buy physical while you still can. Get as many physical copies of the games you love as you can. Because if they get, when this goes through, the physical copies are going to go shooting up in price. And it's a huge investment. It is a really good investment for you. So be cautious when you go start buying things. It's a fun, like me and my older brother, we love going to a convention and looking and seeing what they have. And it's just a really fun time to go around, reminisce, and see what's out there for us to purchase. And we have a running catalog on one of the websites where we have this list of games that we purchased. He's got a bunch of PlayStation games and a couple of Super Nintendo and Nintendo games. I've got a whole list of Super Nintendo games as well, and Nintendo games. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm talking too much. I am talking too much. But it is a terrible disservice, I think, what's coming down the pipe for losing all these physical games and the developers creating them. But I also understand that that's going to happen, that they're going to be constantly under pressure to be cheaper and to be more lean when they go through and make these things. And that is, how can I say this? It sucks, is what it does. It sucks because the next generation's not going to have these games. Only by piracy are they going to have these games. And if they do this, which they are, it's not like it's like a rumor at this point, they are doing this. When they do this, they're going to run... They say that it is going to reduce the cost of games going forward. I don't necessarily believe that. I think that you're not going to see the $40 games come down in price to we'll say $35, or the $60 games come to $55. I think they're going to hold the games at the current prices that it takes to develop them. You're not going to see savings in the current genre or the current environment of games, but you are going to see prices stay standard for a little longer. So that's what you'll see more than anything else. Let's drop you down right there. Let's drop you down right there. Okay, and then we'll all attack right there. Good. Okay, one turn. But the big problem I run into with this type of idea for video games being now all digital is also computers and consoles. You have to have access to the networks that the games are getting, we'll say, forced into. You have to have situations where you have access to certain services to play these games, and that even of itself is going to be like, if they can't afford the services of the games, then guess what? You don't get those games anymore. It's It's frustrating, is all really it comes down to. Is you have no control over the games that you love anymore. You have no control over the games that you played as a kid because they're going to disappear. Just 100% gone. When on thin ice enters the battlefield, exile target creature. Okay. Graven lore. Nope, we're gonna get rid of that. Oh, hold on. I'll get rid of that one. Alright, cool. Now, can I go through the door? I can go through the door now. Hey, flowers. Cool. Awesome. Flowers grow or attempt to in all corners of the cave. Stalactites on ice dot a bright white roof of the cave like a chandelier, and it is much warmer in here than you expected. Alright, so where am I going? Looks like there are 3 flowers? One. Oh, that's a fire. That's not a flower, that's fire. Don't touch fire. Fire hot. Alright, let's keep on fighting our way across. But it's super disheartening knowing that this is a cash grab by a lot of the industry to basically, for lack of a different term, control the market negatively. So all these developers, all of these people who are creating games now have to pay an extra service if they want the physical games. So all your Kickstarters that are out there, you will now have to spend that much more. It reminds me of, and this is me, my age showing, sorry, but there has been a time frame when records, okay, records and record creators, record manufacturers, they had a huge boon in the 60s, the 70s, because maybe even the 50s, because records were the only way to listen to music. And when the industry started going more technology advanced and going for CDs and cassettes, records died. Records fell on a sword and were like, no, this is great. And then all the equipment that it took to make those games got destroyed, or make those records got destroyed. And you're going to see that exact same thing in the gaming market now. You're going to see all the equipment, all that knowledge to create cartridge games, to create CDs, to create physical copies of games disappear. And we live in a more robust environment for that preservation, but the experience of that knowledge base from those people who have done it for decades is going to go. And then they're going to be like reinventing the wheel from cave drawings. So it's going to be a really bad time for a lot of people to have this almost renaissance. I guarantee you in like 10 years there's going to be a renaissance for people to start playing games on their consoles and on their systems because it's way easier to. But again, the technology is going to be gone. It's just going to be like the record industry, because you have the major artists like Taylor Swift out there now who want their music or media on records, and they have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars to go through the 1 or 2 shops that held out the longest to get and keep their record equipment operational, buying up all the old equipment, cannibalizing everything they could, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, records are the best way to listen to music, which everybody knew. And now they're going to be going through a renaissance where it's like, yes, get all these records created, here's $1 million to go build up the industry again. I just think it's so wild that people don't take the time to realize we're just going through and having the same things happen over and over again, and no one's learning. So, all right, sorry. Ramblings, I apologize. Just understand that I see this as a more negative than a positive situation. All right. Let's go here. Let's do this right here, there. Good. So hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. If you have an opinion on the matter, please share it. This is just one man on the internet yapping. I'm sure there's a bunch of other people out there in YouTube shorts and Kickstarter, or not Kickstarter, sorry, Kick streams and Twitch streams and Instagram Reels, etc., TikToks that are talking about this as a big negative. And it is. It really is. 100%. It is a real problem that I don't think people have fully internalized the impact yet. All right, so what do we want to do here? Hexproof. Oh. Deal combat damage. Okay. I can't really attack right now. He gets 2/2 for each attacking goblin, so he'd become a 5/5, which could kill him. But he is probably not going to block that. He's going to block one of these guys and kill it. And so he would take 5, and then it turns into a 4/4. We're going to end turn. We're not going to attack right now. So let me know your thoughts on where the gaming industry is going to be going. What you feel about it. Because we're in a situation right now where we're going to be losing a lot of history, really, is what it comes down to. I need one more land. I need one more stinking land. Yep, he's starting to run away with it. Oh, this will help a little bit. He's going to hit me back for 4, 7. Yeah, I think we're okay. He's going to gain life. Okay, there. Okay. Let's see here. Do I bring out this? That would give us 1, 3. That'd give us 5.
What? Bro.
That'd give us 5, 7.
I only have 3 attacks. And they're
It's kind of worth it because he would use this to chump block. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough to kill him. Oh, physicals are always better. They really are. I don't have enough to bring him out. This takes out those 2. I think I've got him. There. Yes. Okay, I knew I had a win. So how that worked out, I was trying to focus. The Goblin Chain Whirler went in, did 1 damage to the player and to all creatures on the board. I'm sorry, all opponents' creatures on the board, killing his 1 blocker and the 1 serpent, and then that allowed us to attack with everyone and increased the threat potential because he didn't have a blocker, and then we were able to get him that way. I just had to focus and I had to math that out in my brain because I cannot brain today. I has the dumb. Misty Rainforest. Okay, so that might be good. Forester Island. I mean, we're getting a lot of the same cards, which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna let's pick this up. Let's not pick this up. I mean, let's not pick that up. Let's fight this Yeti with our red deck. Our mono red deck is doing work. It's putting in work right now. It's doing well. It's doing well. We will keep this. All right, drop you here. Drop our loyalist, and we get some damage on him. I'm gonna end turn though, because I don't want this to attack just yet. Yeah, okay. I wanted to see what he was gonna drop. I just was worried that he was gonna do more. He wound up not doing that, which is fine. I will do Goblin First Strike, and now I will attack. And it's not going to do anything. That was dumb of me. I'm not paying attention now. I used all my focus, all my brain earlier. All my brain earlier, and now I'm paying the price for it. Alright, so... right here. Hit him for 1. There, he takes 1. Perfect. Good. He's going to hit me for 1. He's bringing out a Snow Yeti. That's fabulous for him. Thank you for that. Alright, so... I feel like this is the better one to bring out. Red. Right there. And then... I can bring that out at the end. Just going to take that from there. Okay. So we're going to lose our first strike, but we're going to do a lot of damage to him. And then we bring these out, and he takes another 2. Right there. We definitely have a kill threat next round. I think we still got it. I think we still got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. He's got to choose to block those. Yep, we got him. Good. We won 250 games. Yes, maximum participation. Tundra Fulmarole. Okay. I don't see myself doing a green-blue deck. Alright, keep on going here. Alright. If you're new to the channel, do hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for taking time out of the busy schedule of your day on your Friday here to pop into the stream and see what we're talking about. We are talking about the news from Sony and Xbox, where they're going to be moving away from physical copies of games, and it's only going to be digital storefronts. That's a good and a bad thing. It's a good and a bad thing. Alright, let's see here, right here. Do I want to bring out... I mean, yeah, why wouldn't I just do this? There we have our goblins ready to go. Next round, okay. He's entering, he's drawing a card, that's fine. I drop him, he loses these. I mean, why wouldn't I do that? Yeah, let's do that. Yep, he loses those 2, and then we get them. Get some attacks in. Perfect. Keep on going. Okay. I mean, I feel like that's the better card. We definitely have him next round, unless he's got an answer. He doesn't look like he does. Nope. We've got him. Right there. Just hit him with the spell. Nothing fancy. Alright, well, I'm going to flag that one to be sold. Alright, what do we got here? That is a very expensive Dargon. Affinity for artifacts. That would make sense. All right, cool. Oh, and treasure tokens. If you did a treasure token deck with this, I guarantee you can get this out pretty quick. It's a Phyrexian card from one of the Phyrexian series or sets. Overpowering Swing from Assassin's Creed. Secret Lair. I feel like this isn't a bad card. Teeter Peak Ambusher. He's a 1/3 for 2. That's not bad. And you can pump him up. I'll hold on to him in case we want to add him to our deck. Baron Strucker. Hydra Overlord. Okay, villains cost 1 less. Whenever another villain you control enters, you may have a connive. If you can only do this once per turn. Okay, so this is from the new Marvel set. And we got the sketchbook for the Cold Snap set, series of lands. That's pretty good. Strength of Cedars. Okay. I'll hold on to these ones there. Yeah, we'll hold on to those 3. If I go here, no, is it? It's an item. It is. We should use these. We should definitely use these. Ixalan. Oh no, so we just have them. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, I don't need to worry about using them. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. All right. We gotta fight a Yeti. We gotta fight one more Yeti. And 2 more Yetis. 2 more Yetis. All right, let's keep going. We're on a roll. But yeah, if you're new here, do hit that subscribe button. Thank you again for taking time. Looks like we did have 1 subscriber, XOXO, on Twitch, so thank you very much for that. They stopped by. They are a content creator. If you're looking for someone to help with visuals for your channel, they seem to be looking for work. I cannot say that I need that because I have a built-in one who is my wife. She's pretty awesome. All right, here. I can't do anything, so I will end turn. He can't do anything either. That's good. Oh, great. All right, so drop you. Can I... let's drop the assailant first. That way we can hit him for 2. Never mind. He chose to destroy that. Okay. That sucked. But that's okay. I'm actually glad that that one got hit rather than some of my other cards. So, I'm actually going to put down this guy. Because if he gets hit, he blows up. So, yeah, don't do that. Alright, cool. That's a pretty buff-looking Yeti. Well, he has mountains. We have mountain walk. We can hit him freely. Yep, he can hit me for 3. That's fine. That is fine. Goblin Chief. There. Good. They don't have first strike, so I don't want him to attack. But wait, he can't even block because he's got mountains. He can't choose to do anything. It's going to take 9. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? What am I talking about? He's going to hit me for 6 back? Nope, he is choosing not to. Well, that's foolish of him, because we just won. Drop these guys down. Yep, perfect. Frostbite, huh? Snow instant. I'm just going to get rid of them. I'm going to get rid of all of them. Because we're not playing a snow land deck. So, not a big deal. Not a big deal from us. All right.
Dad,
Hey, bud.
can I
1 second.
watch YouTube since Evelyn's watching YouTube?
Sure. So that's the reason why the stream's going to end in about 15-20 minutes. My kids are home, summer break, and we're going to go to the pool. So I'm going to be leaving a little bit early. Go there. All right. We're going to keep our hand. It's a little slow, but I think it's okay. I think it'll be okay. Right here. Do I want to do... Let's do the war boss? No, let's do fodder. End turn. Oh, good. See, I'm glad I drew out this frostbite. Just choosing not to do anything. That's fine. Let's do the Legion War boss for now. Yep. And then we will all attack. Okay. Good. Yeah. Oh man, we are in a bit of a heat wave right now. We are definitely in a bit of a heat wave right now. It's kind of annoying. Let's do this right there. We've had, I think today will be the third day in a row where we will be above 90. So stupid annoying heat. I can bring these two out in the next round. I can bring him. Yes? Yes, let's do that. Right there. For him. Right here. For that. Good. Alpha Strike. So if he has a board wipe, I'm cooked. I don't think he does. He has yet to play one. So we have no card in hand. No cards in hand. He's got a 3/3. We do not have Mountain Walk. If you attack with create a that's tapped and attacking. I mean, I can keep the pressure on pretty good by doing this. Let's do it. How come that didn't... Oh, because he was not attacking with the group. Reading is fun. Alright, so... 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 2 blockers. 5, 6. I think I've got him. Just barely. Yep, just barely. Yeah, heat wave, heat wave. All right. Gonna do that one there. Oh, hey, this would be good for our blue, red deck, or is it deck? Prismari deck. Get rid of you. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of those. We're gonna get rid of those. All right, cool. One more. One more. Snow Mage. The mage at the heart of the cavern snarls at you. If my companions haven't given you a cold enough welcoming, allow me. I just need one of those flowers. No, now be gone. I'll fight you. I didn't want to beat him up. I don't want to beat up an old guy. Or someone who's clearly, you know, living here. I have no idea what to expect from him. He's got 20 health, so that's going to be interesting. We will keep this hand knowing that we are going to be up against unknown. So it's Demir, blue-black. Let's hit him when we can. We need one more land to really start popping off. Perfect. So... knowing that he's probably going to get targeted... I kind of want to wait and bring out the other goblins first. The Yeah, let's do that. I think that's the safer play. The slower play is where I'm going with it. Let's see what he brings out. What is this? You may play target snow permanent card from your graveyard. Oh, wow. And then it's got a flip. I don't know what the flip is. Alright, another land. Well, I can do these two. Right there. You get some real solid pressure against him. So hopefully he does not have a board wipe. That's it. I feel like this was not hard. We just won because of their triggers. We just won because of their triggers. I mean, I feel bad again for beating up a guy living in a cave. Zombie cleric. Mill 3 cards. Snowland. We'll get rid of that one. Maybe that's worth it. Zombie cleric. Zombie wizard. Oh, Heartless Act. Okay. I think I'm going to get rid of these guys because I don't see myself doing anything with like a snow deck, like I've said before. Okay. Alright. I took a flower. I took the purple one. I hope that was the right one. Because I do not remember. Do not remember. Alright, we gotta walk ourselves out here. Oh, many dudes. Just waiting for me. Alright, where do I go now? Flame Quarry. So that's in the red biome. Yes. And Flame Quarry is like right over here, I believe. Yep, perfect. You find Viv where you had agreed to meet, and Sir Donovan is there as well. He is staring intently at the newly repaired staff as Viv directs her gaze to you. You interrupt Donovan's inspection. What does the staff do? Give her the flower? Let's just give her the flower. Viv shakes her head. Headstrong adventurers, not right. But we find that flower had no need. Donovan then clears his throat, redirecting your attention. What does the staff do? Nothing, not yet at least. Perhaps it will eventually. He runs his left hand across an engraving on the staff as if trying to draw out its secrets. But I believe we have something else to discuss, something more, potentially even more important than your research. So I went to a cave and beat up an old man and I didn't even use the thing I took from him? That's heartless. You've proven yourself to be reliable enough to my organization that I feel I can share its nature. If you have not already surmised, put bluntly, my associates in ironmaking make our living through the acquisition of information, the discreet sale of it, and occasionally the role you have been most involved with, its direct application. It is the nature of our trade to be that more information is available to me than can be acted upon, especially in a timely manner. My research is to attempt to find ways to communicate more rapidly and give more opportunities to act. Often, now, we must make decisions based on incomplete knowledge, and incomplete knowledge is all that I can offer you now. We had been monitoring the activities for several previously unknown wizards. They appeared to have begun working together towards some unknown greater goal, with an impressive degree of effectiveness to their individual actions. Several weeks ago, however, the group was quickly and methodically silenced, presumably killed, by a second group. But now it has been confirmed that all 5 of them were taken alive, and my network has determined where we believe they are being held. So, this is the part where I do the direct application thing, right? Donovan gives a hearty if solemn chuckle. Based on what I have seen of your work, I believe you to be capable of it. But this is not something I am asking of you. More it is something I am offering to you. Okay, I'm not sure what he means by that. The efficiency you have shown in your work for me rivals what we have seen from the captured mages. I believe that if you were to free them, you could make some new and powerful allies. And taking on their captors may mean that you find yourself in a conflict that would be forthcoming anyway, but on your terms, and timing rather on theirs. So this, again, is the main narrative. This is where we have to go free the planeswalkers. That's what he's talking about. Adventure calls. Who am I to say no? Let's do it. All right, good luck. There we are. Enemy of my enemy. So we have to find all of the castles, which we've already done. Yep. So we found all of these castles. We know where they're at. We've stuck our head inside the red one, the green one. I don't think we did any others. Maybe the black one, but I don't remember. But yeah, we did not do well. We did not do well. We are, I want to say underpowered is the best word to say it, because there's not really levels in this game. So, yeah, I mean, so now this is the point in the game where the agency of the player it's open world. You don't have to do this quest. You can go through and continue to go into each of these cities, pick up free quests, get reputation, get cards, explore the rest of the world, and build whatever deck you're looking to build. However, it's challenge by choice. So the longer you take doing that, the less, or not the less, but the longer you take building up your deck and things like that, it's all your choice to keep building up your deck and getting it just right before you go into fight the red wizards, the blue wizards, whatever, and go into those citadels and castles and things like that. You can continue, however, if you want to, go right there right now. So you remember how, like, Zelda Breath of the Wild, you had that before that game came out, you had that kind of linear path, as it were, for progress. Go through the dungeons, get the tools to fight Ganon, etc. Where Breath of the Wild took that formula and said, nope, you can just do dungeons whenever you want. Here's Ganon, you can go fight him at any point you want. And speedrunners are like, oh, cool, I'll go fight Ganon now. That's where we're at right now. So we had to do this initial powering up to get familiar with the game, get familiar with the world, and now we have access to fight the planeswalkers, or the people who have captured the planeswalkers, and free them. And then as we free them, we get more powers, we get more abilities. One of the things that I want to show you guys, though, is I currently am missing 2 item slots, and that's a big thing that's like kind of limiting our potency. And so I'm going to play offline this week and try and fill these 2 out, get a helmet, get a neck piece that we have access to for getting more life or getting some cards, etc. And the best way to do that is if you go to any of the major cities. So, case in point, we're in the red biome. I'm just going to go here. And you take a look, go up here, and they have the item shop right here. So there's the neck piece right there. 4,800 I could buy it for. Okay? So there's your choice right there. You do have some weapons and things like that we could pick up if we really wanted to. This is a neck piece. This is left, right. Let's see here. Cursed treasure, right hand, left hand. Was there anything in here for my headpiece? Doesn't look like it. Yep, okay. All right, cool. And then, you can get equipment that way, or you can do fights in the arena and get equipment that way if you want to. So yeah, up to you however you want to go for it. But this was Busy Gamer Dad. I'm going to end our stream right here. I know it's a little bit early, but like I said, I'm going with my kids to the pool. It's their summer vacation, and it's the 4th of July weekend. Stay safe out there. Have fun. But, you know, make sure at the end of the night you got all 10 fingers and 10 toes. And you're not in the burn unit. That's all I'm going to say about it. Celebrate, have fun, be safe. We'll see you next week where we'll continue on with our MTG adventure, and I'll have hopefully a neck piece and a head piece to round out our deck or our build and go into the first city or first castle. I don't know who that's going to be. Well, we'll catch you later. Bye.